Hi everyone, welcome to the first of our Criclabs Blueprint series where we really pull back the curtain and show you how we run our digital agency Criclabs behind the scene. We're a digital agency that focuses on UX UI design, custom development, webflow development, and a bunch of growth strategies. And we've basically run our entire company on Notion after having built up Notion as a powerful engine that does everything for us behind the scenes, from sales and marketing through to operations, human resources, finance, and management. Today, we'll be looking at a small section of our operations databases and processes and workflows to show you how we collect new projects, document resources, organize timelines, sync that with our team portal, connect that with our members database, which then goes into our human resources section. But first, let me take you a quick run through of the overall blueprint of all the databases, workflows, and processes we've set up so far so that you get the gist of what section we're looking at here. So over here is the sales and marketing section. We have a leads and pipelines section of our internal workflow, where this actually connects directly to our projects database. We get inbound and outbound leads into our pipeline. We build proposals into it. We hand it off to our team with our sales handoff documentation after we close new projects. This then goes into our discovery workshops with clients. It populates our tasks backlogs, populates how we plan sprints, and then goes into our operations database, which I will show you. On the right-hand side here, connected to our member database, is our human resources section where we build career tracks, salary trackers for all our employees, do performance reviews, collect performance pulses, and peer reviews. We have a benefits tracker, tracking activities, holiday trackers, and so on. The salary tracker here is linked to our finance flow, where we look at our company's cash flow, expenses, our tool subscriptions, our members' profitability by individual members and by teams as well, which is then connected to our management space, where we look at our overall company OKRs, department performance, our quotations tracker, which is linked directly back to our projects in the operations, which I'll show you. And then our management space mainly focuses on strategy work. Our playground, where we try out and bounce new ideas, create them into new initiatives. We have legal documentation, all the credentials to our tools also documented here. Okay, so let's jump straight into our operations and what I'd like to show you today. Resources, projects, timelines, portal, and members. This is basically how we set up our projects internally at Criclabs for the majority of the time, 90%, right? So all our team members, our managers, our middle managers, our HR team, they all interact directly with this portal. So simply put, it looks like this: 4 main pages. I'll take you through one by one, showing you the overall template, the overall blueprint, and then I'll show you an example of how this all works when it comes together, okay? First, projects. In our projects pipeline, in our projects, it starts with the sales pipeline. This is the first and probably the most useful view. And each lead that comes into Criclabs is sorted into different stages of the sales pipeline. They're a lead, we go to propose, we wait for their feedback, we sign a contract or quotation with them, the project is then in progress, it's completed, or it doesn't materialize, okay? And inside the project, so we'll go to project 6 here, you'll be able to see all the relevant information that I'll show you right after we walk through all the databases. In members, this is what all the details of each members that join Criclabs. Who's in which team? Are they full-time? Are they part-time? Are they an intern? What position are they? We collect their nicknames, date of birth, join date, their individual Notion account as well. So this is all just a demo. It's not completely filled out, but you're able to see individually as well, with the example of Anna later on. The backlog is where we populate all the tasks for all our projects. That will be combined here. And resources is the collection of all the documentation throughout our entire company pertaining to each project, internal meeting, workshops, and so on. So that's the overview. Let's take a look at an actual example now. So let's say that we have this project coming in, project 6. We've pitched it, we won the project, thankfully. We signed a contract with them, it's now in progress, right? We go into this project here, and what we'll see is first an overview of the project. So this is basically a one sentence or one paragraph description of what the client actually does. It's super important that our team maintains cognizance of what product they're working on and not just working on their scope of work. So we have a brief overview of what the client actually does, what they're asking for, what they're looking for when they approached us, to keep us reminding at all times why they came to Criclabs in the first place. Under resources here, which is linked directly to the resources database I showed you earlier, is where we collect new documentation, whether that's the discovery call with clients, a proposal, our client-facing project tracker, product specification, and so on. And let's say in the future, if the client says something, let's say that we get like credentials from the client, we would document that here as well as in our separate credentials database in another location in our Notion workspace. Below here is the project backlog. This is actually where all the task planning, delegation, allocation, assignment, and overall management happens within a given project. We populate the project's entire backlog, which is, let's say we gather requirements, we start working on the UI wireframing, and so on and so forth. We work on some SEO tasks, we go to development, we launch the product. So this is a very simplified version of what a project could look like, right? And within these are actually broken down into individual tickets or individual tasks that are assigned into the members' task portal. So this is directly linked to there. We'll go there afterwards. That's the status of the task, timeline, how many days it's due in, which is our custom formula that we built, and also which team is working on it. Once we've planned out the entire project's timeline, we can look at it from a timeline perspective to see how different tasks depend on each other, how things need to coincide and work in parallel with one another, as well as what the key milestones are within a given project. So that's what projects looks like. Over onto members. So overview of the member page we've just done. An example of what a member portal could look like is with the example of Anna. So this is Anna. And this is her portal. She hasn't customized her portal so much. At Cric, we go crazy with individual portal customization, but by default, this is what a portal would look like if you were to join Cric as a new employee or onboarded. So that's your task overview. These are the tasks that has been assigned to you across various different projects. In this case, they're all from the demo project 6 that I've just shown. So let's say Anna is going to be involved in product launch, technical audit, SEO briefing, and keyword research as a full-time SEO specialist of the growth team. She knows what tasks are due in how many days. She knows which tasks are blocked by what and who else she's blocking as well. So all the dependencies are also transparent here. So that's her task overview pertaining to the project that she has. These are the projects, let's say, that she's working on. So she's quite busy right now. And her individual to-do list, her personal resources, were like, let's say, useful cheat sheets or online courses, and any kind of quick notes she'd like to make. So that's what the individual members look like. The backlog is basically where we get to view all the tasks across all projects at once and really get a glimpse of how things are going on from a macro view at an operational standpoint. And resources are where all the documentation of all the projects are collected. So yeah, that's basically a quick overview of the blueprint of Criclabs operation, right? How we sync in our projects, do their documentation, run their timeline, and have this connect directly to a member's portal, have those tasks assigned to them, and have their portals be transparent and as useful and, most importantly, as productive to individual members of our team as possible. All right, great. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Stay tuned for the next video of our Cric Blueprint series, where we'll be going through a separate section of our Notion database and workflow. Thanks a lot.